Welcome back to the Transfer Talks podcast. My name is Tiffany Kim, and I'm a Transfer Jacks Mentor Tiff. And joining me today is our guest who would like to share their transfer student experience with us.
Hi, my name is Lauren Eisele Yocum. My pronouns are they, them. I'm majoring in environmental science with an emphasis in biology, and I am minoring in studio art. I'm originally from Tucson, Arizona, and I'm kind of a non-traditional student in all senses of the word, so technically I'm a sophomore and graduating in May 2025, but that may be moved around, subject to change, I guess.
And Lauren is also scheduled to be on our team next semester as a mentor, so I'm really proud of them.
I'm really excited. I really am, so.
I'm so glad that you decided to try out and you succeeded.
Yeah, me too.
So, we're going to jump into some lighthearted questions.
Okay.
So, what do you like about the campus and just the NAU environment?
So I really am attached to Flagstaff as a whole, and I think NAU being kind of at the center of it is a really cool experience. Flagstaff itself is a really awesome community, and I think specifically on the NAU campus you can really kind of tell. And I'm obsessed with the trees and being in the mountains. The snow is not super exciting, but I'm sure you would be hard-pressed to find anyone who really likes being snowed on.
Yeah.
But, yeah, those are probably my favorite parts about the campus.
And I think you're one of my mentees who's, really outdoorsy. Especially, I think you told me about your experiences as a firefighter.
Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so for the past 3 years now, I've been a wildland firefighter in northern Idaho and western Montana. I've also done a wide range of service work prior to even starting college, so I worked for AmeriCorps National Civilian Community Corps for 10 months. And that's actually how I got my start in firefighting. They gave me all the certifications and training, etc., etc. And then COVID hit, which kind of messed up a lot of things for a lot of people. But unfortunately, COVID does not stop fires, so we were redeployed. And then I wanted to continue serving in a way and volunteering my time and giving back to the community. So I actually worked in Flagstaff for 6 months. After that first year with AmeriCorps and CCC, and I worked for the Arizona Conservation Corps, and we built about 7 miles of trail outside of Cottonwood, Arizona. It's called the Blowout Wash Trail, so definitely go check it out if you're a hiker or avid mountain biker. But yeah, and then every summer since then, I've been, for the past 3 years, I've been firefighting, and I'm going back again this summer. I think it might be my last year, but we'll see. That's kind of...
That's an interesting story. You don't meet people who do that these days. I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, I could really get into the nitty-gritty about why that is, but it is quite a long story and a lot of bureaucratic federal government stuff. Oh yeah, it's messy. It's quite messy.
It's messy. But was that your first introduction to Flagstaff?
Yes. Well, so I'm from Tucson, but serving with Arizona Conservation Corps was probably my first experience living in Flagstaff. Granted, I was living out of my car. It wasn't. I didn't really have a place, but I mean, because we were camping for anywhere from 8 to 10 days at a time.
I see.
But still being in the Flagstaff area and getting to know the area was really special. And I think now that I have established some sort of life for myself here, and I'm going to school, I've really been enjoying Flagstaff even more. So I think I might even stick around after I graduate. So
that sounds nice.
Yeah.
You know, Flagstaff is one of those towns I feel like you come here for some specific reason and then you end up staying because you fall in love with it.
Yeah.
That's like for me.
Yeah.
Also. Yeah, because Flagstaff is not a big city, but not a super small town.
Exactly.
And then the people here are very, what do you call it? It's not Southern hospitality, but Arizonian hospitality?
Arizonian? I don't know. I think that's a good way of putting it. I think a lot of people that I've run into, just, I'm downtown studying or just in general are really kind and really nice people, and
they give off that like family oriented feeling.
I would agree. Yeah.
That's why I love Flagstaff and NAU. NAU.
Yeah.
It's like you see new people every day.
Oh yeah. For real. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go into a little bit more of a serious question.
Okay.
So what was your experience like at your previous school? And what was your experience like transferring to NAU? And how were they different?
Yeah, so I transferred from a really small liberal arts college in the Pacific Northwest. It's called Willamette University. It's in Salem, Oregon. And I'm not going to lie, I had a really tough time there. It's a private school, so it's really expensive. There was a couple good things going. Like, I was swimming for the school, which was really exciting. And that was, like, super fun to get to swim in college and, like, say I've swum in college. And I did make a lot of really good friends that I'm still in contact with. But the overall Willamette experience was really difficult because I was a non-traditional student to begin with. I took 2 years after high school to go. 1 year was because of COVID, and the other year was planned. But I was 21 when I started my freshman year, and I was put in the freshman dorms, and that was really tough on me. Like, I had been, living pretty independently and on my own, and was forced to be in a box without a kitchen, and that was really difficult. And I ended up being able to move out the next semester, so I was able to be a little bit more comfortable, but I think my entire experience was really difficult because I didn't connect with people, really. Like, it was a very surface level connection. They weren't super invested. There was a lot of privilege at that school that, I didn't have monetary privileges when I was going there. I had scholarships, but my second semester worked 3 jobs in order to just make ends meet. And that was incredibly stressful because I was swimming, I was working, and I was maintaining like a 3.9 GPA somehow. I don't know. I did it and I made it, but I think I was really unhappy and felt really isolated. And I decided, like, midsummer, I was like, I can't go back. Like, it's not happening. And I decided to transfer, and I've really enjoyed NAU. I wasn't able to start in the fall, unfortunately, because of some class availability and the time at which I decided to transfer. But I've met some really amazing people. I really lucked out with my roommates there. I'm living in an apartment right now, and they're just absolutely awesome, and I'm living with them next year. And
that's so nice compared to like your old experience versus now, because I feel like people who go to high school, people who go to college straight out of high school, they don't have that same like mentality that people who have taken a break and like experienced life for a little bit before going to college. You know? It's not like, it's not fair to like group those people in the same category, because they're really not at the same point in their lives, and like, you have a little bit more depth to you, No, I would 100% agree, and I think that was made so painfully obvious at my last school, and it's less obvious here, which is really nice. There's a lot more ambiguity, like
there's a lot more non-traditional students here, which is what I was looking for. And I was looking for people that I could connect with that were closer to my age, had similar life experience. I mean, my life trajectory has been a little non-linear, but, like, being able to connect with people who understand where I am and, like, where I am in my life journey, I suppose.
So, do you think that the Transfer Jacks mentoring program helped in any way?
I think so. Tiff has been absolutely amazing. So, you've just really helped me, like, get adjusted and feel comfortable. And, by sharing your experience, I think that made me feel a lot more at home. And, yeah. So I've really enjoyed, like, whatever events I've gone to. I always meet fun people.
That's good.
Good. So I'm really excited to be a part of the program and, like, be able to mentor myself, because I really do think transfer students have a completely different experience, and it's important to address that and make sure that they feel comfortable and welcome.
Especially you being a non-traditional student yourself. We do get assigned a wide range of students, ranging from, like, different ages, different, like, life scenarios, circumstances, and I think you would just be great at, like, mentoring those people.
Yeah.
Because you have experience yourself. You know where they're, like, going, and then, like, what they've been through.
Yeah. I'll be able to relate to them, I think.
So I'm really glad you're gonna be part of the team.
I'm sad that you're leaving.
I'll still be in tech stuff.
Okay.
But, you're, I'm so glad that you find, like, a little bit of different experience here in NAU, because we really do try to make everyone feel like, you're part of something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm really glad that you have really good roommates, too, because school is not just about school.
Right. Yeah.
It's also about when you go home, like, what do you, like, experience, like, because I know that some people, they have really terrible roommates who they just, like, dread going home, but home is where you go to rest, so it's best to have, like, someone you're looking forward to seeing,
Yeah, no, and I would agree, and, like, we're watching American Idol last night.
Oh my God.
And we goof around with each other, and it's always such a, like, I definitely try and do my homework in the morning. That's just when I tend to function, and in the evenings it's my time to unwind and relax a little bit more.
Yeah.
And so it's so nice to be able to, like, go home and just, I don't know, I've laughed so hard with them. Like, we've laughed so hard with each other. We're just a bunch of goobers, and I think we fit really well. So I'm excited to continue living with them, too. I think it's going to be a really great experience next year when I'll get to experience, like, a full year.
Yeah.
And, I'll be living off campus then, but, like, I think it'll be really good, because I've established that community,
Yeah,
and
you need community.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, at my last school, like, I just didn't have that. I just didn't have that. Nobody understood where I was coming from.
I see. But now you do.
No, I do.
Now you do.
So it's, now I'm here.
But, that's really important. Having a support system, community, especially as a transfer student, you're, like, far from home, and, you need friends.
Yeah, I would agree.
Friends are more important than you think.
Yeah.
And they end up becoming family.
They do. They do. And they already have, I think.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So happy for you.
Thanks.
All right. So, what are your feelings on being a transfer student?
Like, I think I've tied a lot of it to being a non-traditional student. Kind of use those terms interchangeably. Because you aren't traditional. Like, you didn't start right out of high school. Like, and then you're at a completely different school than you were a year ago. So I think being a transfer student is honestly kind of validating in a way. Ooh. Because it's been a way for me to still experience school but not be treated like I'm 18.
Yeah.
I think there's still a little bit of, like, difficulty with that, though. I'm in a lot of intro level classes right now, which has been there's an automatic assumption. Even though I don't look anything like a freshman, there's an automatic assumption that I am, and I definitely get a little miffed at that, I suppose.
I understand that.
But I think, I'm coming from a completely different place, and I'm at a different, like we said earlier, like at a completely different life stage, and I appreciate, like, the respect that comes with that, you know, and I kind of expect it a little bit, because it's like, I've been through so much, and I've done so much, and it's like, I'm not a child anymore, and I haven't been.
Not a child.
Exactly. So, I think it's really nice to be a transfer student because you have the experience, like, you've been to college before, you've been around the block before, like, there's not an assumption that you're new to the world, I think, so.
And where was I? But, I think when I first came here, I was, like, kind of like, let's keep it on the down low that I'm a transfer student, because at my old school, transfer students were seen as kind of, like, weird.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah. But here, it's like, you embrace it. And, like, like, being a mentor, I'm like, being a transfer student is a flex, because, you've lived life before.
Yeah, exactly.
You have another life outside of school. And, it's like you have something to brag about, It's not something to hide.
Yeah.
Especially, you're going to be a transfer mentor soon.
I know. And then I can definitely brag about that, you know.
And let's see, another question. If you could go back and change anything about your transition, is there anything you would change?
I would have liked to have started in the fall. I think that would have given me a little bit more of an introduction to the school, as opposed to coming in, like, mid-year. There's difficulty with that. But, I don't know. There's some parts where I think I'm grateful that I started in spring, because I was able to, know exactly what I was doing this semester. Like, it didn't feel like a scramble. Like, I had, 4 or 5 months to figure out, like, what's going on, and talk with my advisors and stuff like that. So, yeah. But, I mean, I think I still would have liked to have started in the fall and, had the full year experience.
Yeah, I feel like the spring semester goes by way faster.
Yeah.
But for the fall, get ready for them, like, monsoons.
Yeah, Tucson definitely has those as well, so I'll be good with those.
But during the fall, it's really pretty too, with all the leaves and everything. And I mean, it does get cold.
But not for a couple months. There's a couple months in there where it's snow free.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for spring to actually come.
I know. It's April, guys. Come on.
It's April, and it's gonna snow next week. But, what can you do?
Yeah.
Flagstaff,
man.
Alright. So, what's something you wish that people knew or understood more about transfer students?
Yeah, I mean, I think that goes back to a lot of things we've talked about, is just understanding that they've been around the block before.
Yeah.
Like, we aren't new to this. Like, we know what's going on. We know how to study. We know how to be successful for the most part. Like, obviously, that's not for everyone, but most transfer students, I would say, have that grasp. So, I think there's a big maturity gap between transfer students and, students who started college right out of high school.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I really wish that there was a little bit more understanding for that and, like, empathy. I mean, I've just noticed it in professors, and, it's been a little difficult at times because you're not taken as seriously. But transfer students deserve to be taken seriously.
Yes.
And, like, we're here. Like, we're studying. We're here to be successful. There's a reason we transferred, and there's a reason we transferred here. So there's definitely some disconnect there at times.
Yeah.
So I really do wish that was a little bit more well understood.
Yeah, and the transfer population at NAU is bigger than you think.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there should be more light on that.
Yeah.
But I understand what you say, because I think people coming in for their first time, they're just like wanting to like people just want to hold their hand through it.
Yeah.
And it's like we already know what to do.
Yeah.
We already know what to do.
Exactly. Like, I don't need my hand held. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go do rapid fire.
Okay.
This or that, NAU edition.
All right.
It might not be as rapid, but so NAU gold or NAU blue?
Blue.
Why?
I like the color blue.
Okay.
I like navy a lot.
That's good. Yeah. A lot of navy around here.
I know.
All right. North or South Campus?
I haven't been to South Campus that much. What I have been to, I really do enjoy South Campus. It's a little more spread out, I think, which I enjoy. I like long walks, so I would probably say South Campus.
It's like a solid 20-minute walk from here to there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially with like
that
down
hill.
Oh my gosh. I get flashbacks. Okay, morning classes or afternoon/evening classes?
I would say afternoon, not necessarily evening. But I go to the gym in the morning, so it's really nice to like have a little bit of space in between gym and class. And then I also do a lot of studying in the morning, and that's because that's where I'm most productive. So it's nice to have afternoon classes because I'm able to work on homework, and like study, etc., etc.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, especially I feel like for me, I signed up for some 8 a.m. classes before, and may or may not have attended them as often.
Yeah.
So afternoon classes.
I think next
always a
semester I'm like forced. There was only one section of a class that I'm required to take, and it's at 9 a.m. It's not at 8, which is slight win, but it is at 9. So that's gonna be a little bit of a struggle, but I'll manage.
You have to experience that at least like a couple times in your college career.
Yeah. I had an 8 a.m. at my last institution, and it was tough, man. It was tough.
I had like a speech class at 8 a.m. and everyone was just like monotone, like yes, hello, and then no one would like really engage in class because it's 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that class was very chill because no one had energy at that time.
Right.
And let's see, sun or snow?
Sun. I think that was a little too quick, maybe. I've never done snow sports in my life, so I can't say that I particularly enjoy the snow. I might take up cross-country skiing just so that I can be outside, but I think the roughest days this semester have been the days where it's snowy and windy with no sun. It's just, oh my lord. I just don't want to be there.
I would just rather do snow, to be honest, because when I came here during COVID, we had the mask and everything, and when it was so sunny, my forehead would just be like tan.
Yeah.
Just my forehead.
Just your forehead.
Just my forehead. And you gotta wear that sunblock.
Oh, I know. I put on sunscreen every morning, even if it's snowing outside.
Yeah.
SPF's great. You just otherwise you
reapply every 2 hours.
Good to know.
Wait, you didn't know?
I mean, I knew that. I just usually do it in the morning and
then okay, alright.
Forget about it.
To prevent wrinkles as well.
Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah.
Anti-aging. Alright. Fall or winter?
I think that's tough because I haven't been here for a fall quite yet. I'm definitely more of a fall person, though, I would say. I do enjoy a good fall with the leaves and changing colors, and it's not freezing cold quite yet. Yet. Winter is quite chilly.
But, yeah, I think fall is my favorite too. Because the leaves are so pretty.
Yeah.
As I have said. And, anything else you would like to talk about or, like, shout out?
Well, shout out to the Transfer Mentor program. It's been awesome, and I've loved all of the programs that you guys have put on, and I'm obsessed with the mentors. I think they're really, as a whole, you guys are really great.
Thank you.
And I felt very supported, and I know that if I needed anything, like, you guys would be there. So, and also this podcast is awesome. This is so cool.
Well, yes. Thank you for sharing your story, and I'm so excited for you to become a mentor. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna like later on in the semester record your own podcast as a mentor, kind of like your experience. And I'm just really excited to see more growth in you. You're one of my favorite mentees, and I'm so glad you're becoming a mentor. And thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.